All extremely successful games have one thing in common: portals. I mean, just look at Minecraft before and after the Nether portal was introduced. You definitely wouldn't have heard of Minecraft without it. So I'm gonna follow their lead and implement portals for my game, which definitely can't be too difficult. If you're new here, I'm working on a city builder where your playstyle directly impacts the environment and people of your city. In the last video I infused the city with some life by adding daily routines and removed some life with tsunamis. And lastly, I created a Steam page where you can wishlist my game, which helps small indies like me with the Steam algorithm. Now let's get started with the portals. A quick Google search led me to Sebastian Lake, who explained the very simple math behind portals and also kindly provided the code for his project. The project includes all kinds of things you like to do with portals: running through them, sending other things through them, and burning your PC by looking through too many of them. After running around in circles for far longer than I like to admit, I had to decide how to actually include the portals into my game. Because I think a big rectangle seems a bit boring, I used Blended to make a more futuristic looking portal. Then I tried to replace the old portal with my new one, and surprisingly it worked on the first try. Got you there. But after I figured out that for some reason I needed to flip the portal, I got it working. Afterwards I added some color to the portal, and remember, there's no such thing as too much bloom. But even with the bloom, I think it still looks kinda bland. So, similar to the portals from Super Mario 64, I added a distortion effect. Lastly, for good measure, I mixed a few particles in there, and now I'm pretty happy with the result. Okay, now the fun part begins. I have to somehow teleport the cars from one place to another. And in this case, I can't just use Sebastian's code, because my cars have their own movement system. Now, at the time, I didn't think that I would need anything else than intersections and streets for my traffic system, which now kinda turned into a big problem, because I would have to completely rewrite my code to support different kinds of objects. And I actually tried to do that, but as you can imagine, that didn't work out so well. So, in the end I decided to add some more spaghetti to my code and simply give intersections the ability to teleport cars. And now setting the portal as a teleporting intersection actually worked pretty well. But there's still something missing. Half a car to be precise. Because until the car gets teleported to the other side, it just gets cut off by the portal, so I need to fix that. For that I simply clone the car on the other side and mirror the movement. This worked surprisingly well, but there are a few frames in between the teleportation where it looks a bit off, but that's acceptable for me. Well, now that the portals are working, let's figure out what happens if I suddenly don't. Originally I wanted to do it like Doctor Strange, where everything in a portal just gets cut in half. But that would mean that I would have to model the insides of each car, which I'm definitely way too lazy for. So instead, if a car is inside a portal and the portal breaks down, the car becomes glitchy. Because quantum physics. If you have a better idea or want to give some other suggestions, you can write it in the comments or just join the Discord channel. Oh yeah, right, I also have to implement a way to fix this whole mess. So generally when there's like a big accident, I would assume that a helicopter from, I don't know, the fire brigade would come, get the car, and would then transport it to some kind of landfill. So let's implement that. Recently a Discord member recommended me a Humble bundle which has hundreds of models, and I plan to use them from time to time in the future. And one of them is a fire station and a helicopter. So I'm gonna save myself some time and utilize them. Of course I had to change the colors up a bit, but now I'm pretty happy with the result. I then created a simple flying script for the helicopter, which directly leads us to the next segment. What will happen next? A. The helicopter becomes sentient and takes over the world. B. The helicopter does a barrel roll. C. The helicopter remembers that it was built in Australia and turns upside down. D. The helicopter has an identity crisis because its father is from Australia but its mother is from Austria. But as it realizes that family doesn't define you, it finds true happiness. Congratulations! You guessed right! You get nothing! Woo! I of course fixed the helicopter and it now successfully flies to the car and picks it up. Then the helicopter needs to fly to a landfill, so I model that next. After implementing the landfill, the helicopter can now fly over there and dump the car. And here's the whole finished process. Afterwards, the portal is magically fixed again. because reasons. Oh yeah, and now that I have a fire station and a landfill, I also have to kinda implement fire and trash. But you'll have to wait until the next video to see the world drown in waste. Bye!